What do you want to learn from this job that you can take into the future?
Actually helping your employee get out of your business to no longer be your employee, but start their own business, which I haven't really seen anybody else do that like they have.
So when you're working with them, they are like including you in their processes?
Oh yeah, all the time. Jump Street isn't just them. Jump Street is us, So if you're part of the team, you have a say. Any other place, when I seen someone, would talk about, wanting to start their own business up, kind of just like see in their eyes like they don't like you talking about leaving.
Hey everybody, it's Brigitte with the Jump Orange Party Rental Podcast, and today my special guest is Seth Kirkland. Seth has been working for Jump Street Inflatables in Florida for almost 4 years now. And today I brought him on the channel because I really want to talk to him about what it's like to work in the party rental industry. So many of you have talked about, it's hard to find good employees, or it's hard to train good employees, hard to trust them. I mean, I've heard all kinds of things from everybody about employment. So I really wanted to bring an employee on the channel to talk from an employee perspective. So thank you for joining me here.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate you. So I wanted to ask you first and foremost, when you were applying for the job or when you were looking for jobs, like what attracted you to this position and what was the reason that you decided to take this position?
Life really just kind of attracted me to it. I started out graduating from high school. I didn't really have a plan and was just going to go with the whole wing it to life thing, in which I learned doesn't work out. So yeah. I am learning. Older I get, you do kind of at least have to have a plan or idea of what you want out of life to really get started. And so I was working in construction when I met Garrett, and he was going out of town and his parents were going to need help doing an event, rodeo event. And I took it just for a little bit of extra money, just for the weekend, and then figured it'd be like a good side gig on the weekends if I ever wanted money. Ended up liking it so much that I eventually left the construction and do this full time now. So
yeah, I mean, you were already doing a really hard labor job. So, I think with this industry, this job can be a lot of labor, which might not attract employees if they don't want to do that kind of thing. But what made it easy? What made you say, hey, doing the labor of party rentals, dropping off inflatables, rolling them, cleaning them, I would prefer to do that over the construction?
I really just got more satisfaction out of doing the inflatables and delivering. You deliver it and you get to see a kid's face light up because they're so happy for, their birthday. They get an inflatable, and you'll even get some that are so happy they'll run up and hug you. So
totally.
That really did help. I didn't get that kind of satisfaction from construction. I got a little bit of it when you finish a project, but I felt like I just got more frustration in the process of building whatever you're doing in construction. So that really helped with this. I learned, it was just more passionate about it, felt a whole lot better and just happier at the end of the day. Wasn't going through the motions of, waking up, going to work, and then actually when you got home at the end of the day, you felt like you had a good day and still in a good mood and happy. So
yeah. So it was something that you were like, okay, I can actually do this every day and enjoy it. And there were things that your employer was doing to create that environment for you as well.
Oh, for sure. They're great to work for. So they actually, every place I've been to, they always start out, they care about the employee and, they want to best, but about 6 months to a year after, you kind of don't get those vibes.
Right.
I still have that here. It's, you can tell they want to help. So
wow.
Their whole business model with, wanting to both help the community, whether it be a client or employees, it definitely did help. So anytime we got something going on, they definitely work with it, and I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So while you're doing this position, I know you've told me that you're kind of moving up. They're now giving you more leadership roles in the company.
Right.
So you're starting to be kind of taking the lead and training other guys. What do you want to learn from this job, or what do you hope to get from this job that you can take into the future?
I'd like to have that same mentality they have, with just helping everybody out, employees and clients, if you can, wherever you can, if you want to start your own business, actually helping your employee get out of your business to no longer be your employee, but start their own business, which I haven't really seen anybody else do that like they have. They actually, I can go to them, hey, I want to start this kind of business, and it's going to be all, okay, well, like, this is how you got to get started and set up, and giving you ideas, and even, finding deals to help you get started. So
when you're working with them, they are like including you in their processes and in like including you in how they're running their business and telling you more about it?
Oh yeah, all the time. We'll say that, this is you too. So like, Jump Street isn't just them. Jump Street is us, So if you're part of the team, you have a say in what goes on. I would like to have that in my business for sure, being able to help people out and, not just say that you care, but show that you care. And that's what I really like.
Yeah, they really like take the time to ask you about your life, right?
Right.
Like
they actually, when they, hey, how you doing? How's things going in life? It's not just a conversation filler. You can actually, they want to get involved. They want to help anywhere they can.
So they genuinely care about you.
They genuinely care.
Like you're a part of the team, but you're also like a human.
Yes.
To them and a friend and.
Right.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Any other place, when I seen someone, would talk about, wanting to start their own business up, and you're talking to like a manager or boss, you kind of just like see in their eyes like they don't like you talking about leaving. And it's not, you don't get that at all when talking to them. It's all about help, So,
yeah.
And it leaves a good reputation. I like it, and I think it even helps them for the fact, because then if they're in a tough spot and maybe, they're asking me for something that's not really convenient, I'm definitely more willing to do it for all the stuff they've done for me.
Right. Right. Because, in this industry, they're going to have those moments.
Right.
Where they get in a tough spot and they're calling you.
Yes, all the time.
On your day off or something.
I actually don't mind doing it. So, like other places, it's like, oh, I guess I'll go do it, and maybe it'll, help me look better in the long run. With here, it's like, I just genuinely want to go, and help. So.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So I know, you might eventually start your own business one day. You might become a business owner. If and when that does happen, what takeaways are you going to, or what's the biggest takeaway that you would have from the way that Jump Street Inflatables runs their business, that you're like, oh, I'm definitely taking this nugget and implementing it in my future business?
I'm going to take that same mentality of just wanting to help people and not be so focused on, what's money and better for my business, and what, maybe it's not going to benefit my business as much, but I can use my business to help them out in their situation. Maybe they're going to get a whole lot more out of it than I am, but it's not smart business decisions. They're not going to do anything that's going to hurt their business, but everything's not to a gain to them. So I want to take that same thing, care about my employees, help out, customers wherever I can.
Yeah, like, because, sometimes you're going to have those not so great customers, and how do you deal with that?
That one's hard. I'm still learning that one from them, because learning, even when you're in the right and the customer isn't, still leaving with a nice, respectful manner, being nice and polite, even though they're not being, is really hard for me, because I would just rather, pack up, leave, shut down, and, not say another word, where as to them,
right.
Garrett, knows you're upset with him, he's going to come to you, hey, what's wrong, and talk to me. So learning that, and that is, he's always put me in uncomfortable positions that I'm not really like doing. It helps you get out of the comfort zone for growth reasons, but
yeah,
like even this, I don't typically like
being on cameras,
a podcast. Yeah, the podcast and all. And
he's like, you're doing it.
Hey, we're going. I knew we were going to Jump Orange, but I got in the truck and we got down the road, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I was talking, and we're gonna be doing a podcast." And I was like, great.
But that's good. You've got this boss that's like, he really cares about you as a person. He's really investing in your personal development, and he's teaching you skills that are not inherent. Like, people don't naturally know when they're dealing with a bad situation to take the best like road out, to take the high road
Right.
in a sense, you know, but
Yes.
they're giving you that gift, and that's something that you're going to take throughout their company, your time with them. I mean, it could be for life. For all I know, I'm going to talk to you in 10 years, Seth, and you're going to
Right.
be like, now I'm doing Jump Street Inflatables second, location in another city. Like
Hopefully.
maybe, or maybe you're going to have your own business, but the core like values and mission of Jump Street Inflatables will always stick with you.
Yeah, I'll probably just take their whole core mission values and just implement it into whatever I do in life at this point, honestly, because it just works.
Really cool. And it's why you've stayed.
Definitely.
Like it's the
Yeah.
reason that you chose to go full time with them, and that you've continued to stay now.
Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope this gives you some inspiration on ways that you can connect with your employees, ways that you can find better ways to hire people and to connect and create that really strong team and sense of community that it takes to be successful in this industry. You have to have a really strong team because it's going to be hard. But if you know your mission and you know your values, you can deal with anything. So thanks y'all so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button and follow along with us for some more content, because we've also got episodes coming with the owners of Jump Street Inflatables. Bye everybody.